2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. I like the battle of the backcourts here, Kenny. You were in plenty of these alongside Vernon Maxwell.
Those were the days. You know, we always felt we had an athletic advantage against most of the guards that we were playing against. And we also thought that it was difficult to guard us because we not only shot threes, but we went to the basket. The other thing that we thought, you know what, before I even go on, I'll let Shaq go, because Vernon Maxwell, I'll tell you what, was one tough son of a gun.
And with all the switching out, guys don't technically go head-to-head as much as they used to. Actually be a battle of who wins the mismatches.
Oh, very good point. Thank you, Shaq. The game just about ready to get underway, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Durant.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice, and it's Cantor in at the 5. Well, Doris, early on, every team trying to establish a winning attitude. And now you find out if that can carry through the rigors of an entire regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. I think if you can establish some winning early, that can go a long way toward building momentum, building confidence, especially if you have a young team or if you're a veteran team who has aspirations to be champions. So much at stake early.
Good point. Now, here is Irving. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Nets passing it around. Jordan the pass to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Walker. And the shot is long. The Celtics on offense. Tatum on the wing. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Now here's Durant. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And the Nets with possession here. KD's shot is off.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Tatum on the wing. LeVert defending. Here's Smart. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And KD throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
That's good from Durant. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
KD on the wing. A floater, 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's LeVert missing.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
The 3 from Tatum. And it's KD with the rebound.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
LeVert with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Passes it to KD. Left side, Jordan. Over Tice. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Smart passes to Walker. Good on the triple.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
Brooklyn trailing. And here is Irving. Averaging 26 points a game, night in and night out, always a factor. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. You look at Portland, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, Brooklyn, they had some high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustrated with their level of play thus far, but they certainly have the pieces to be a factor in this race.
Smart kicks to Tice. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
LeVert finds Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
That Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Walker with a clean look. Off target with his 3. The Nets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Irving, the shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's the teardrop. Walker's shot is off.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Chandler against Smart. Right side, Kevin Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance. Here's Irving. Goes up again. Jordan the pass to KD. So they take the lead. KD's got 7 points.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Walker surveying the floor. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Chandler, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Pass to Jordan. Here's LeVert. Another shot. Jordan kicks to LeVert. Jordan trying to free himself up. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Tatum. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice. And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency or that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Celtics trail by 4. Walker the pass to Tice. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Irving. Averaging 26 points a game, night in and night out, always a factor. Chandler, the pass to Irving. Releases. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Nets lead by 4. The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Hayward comes in for Daniel Tice. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Walker. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. So the Celtics called timeout, their first. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Poirier passes to Hayward. A floater, and Durant sends it back.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
For 3, Harris. Rebound, Boston.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie. Durant's got 12 in the game. Celtics trail by 7. Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. Tipped away. Bounce pass from Williams. For 3, Hayward. They get it back. And finished off by Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. down low. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Brown. Allen with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
KD's shot is good. He's got 14.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential. Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, that goes in.
I'll tell you, this guy excels at using his speed and his big body to cut inside. Nice job, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Williams up on top. Back to Wanamaker. Clock at 4. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9. Outside, KD. Pass to Harris. Brown feeling it out a bit. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. Rocket 6. It's not going to go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. KD dishes to Prince. Dinwiddie outside. Excellent D there from Williams.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Hayward gets it to go.
How about the effort from Gordon Hayward? He takes pride, I think, in scoring over the defense.
Dinwiddie outside. Harris outside. Prince wide open. Drains the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 8.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Boston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Boston shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Harris against Brown. To the left wing. Here's Wanamaker. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we can play big, we can play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Then it's Williams. And it's Poirier in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Williams. Williams double team. Here's Poirier. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Poirier's got his first bucket of the night.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind block it.
Dinwiddie outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Now here's Hayward. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Williams gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dinwiddie passes to Caruch. It's Prince on the wing. Harris outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Celtics trail by 8. Hayward outside. And there's the pass to Poirier. The 15-footer. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. He's looking for Dinwiddie and finds him. Back to Harris. A 3-ball. And the Nets miss again. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. LeVert's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Shots good by Walker. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Oh, Tatum in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Irving against Walker. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing here by 8. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Walker in the post, covered by Irving, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
First free throw is good. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Now, here is Irving. He has 6. He dishes it to Jordan. Here's LeVert. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Nets lead by 8.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Karis LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now Walker, 7 points in the game. And Cantor now top the key. Smart finds Walker. Shot clock at 6. Boston, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Irving's shot is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Irving against Walker. Dishes to Cantor. Tatum on the wing. A 20-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Irving with the ball. To the paint, here's Chandler. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Chandler. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Celtics trail by 15. And here's Walker. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento. He gets it in there. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The solid mechanics of Jason Tatum on display. How about the balance in a difficult finish?
Now here's Irving. He's got 10. Here's LeVert. Back to Jordan. Stolen by Cantor. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Here's Walker, and Chandler sends it back. LeVert up top, guarded by Smart, and stolen by Tatum. Smart finds Walker. No good on the shot. The Nets go the other way with it.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, it's just outstanding distribution from Marcus Smart, keeping his eyes peeled in order to find his guys in their spots.
Here's Irving. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Now here's LeVert. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Tice has got 6 points. Nets leading by 9. Irving drives in, and it's good, 2 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now Walker, 9 points in the game so far. Passes to Tice. Now Cantor. Right side Tatum. Outside Walker. From outside the arc. Cantor, the pass to Smart. Off target from outside. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Pass to LeVert. Goes up from the top of the key. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And here's Walker outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Durant's checked in for Caruch.
A chance now to see the numbers for Kemba Walker. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 21 points per game, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Jordan kicks to LeVert. No good on the three. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Durant, that's tipped.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Hayward comes in for Daniel Tice. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Now, here's Walker. 12 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Outside for Jordan. To the inside. And stolen by Hayward. Over in the corner, Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Lobbed up there for Durant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
Boston's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Outside Williams. Poked loose. Irving with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to LeVert. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. There's Walker with the 3. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. LeVert the pass to KD. Here's Jordan. Back to LeVert. Outside Irving. Takes the three. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists in the game. .43 seconds left to play here in the half. Walker against Durant. Walker the pass to Tatum. Shoots from 12. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
Just such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
For Boston, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He misses the free throw.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 8, just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Allen's shot is off. Here's Wanamaker. 3-pointer, Hayward. And no good. And Durant puts up a deep 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And you know what helps Williams defensively? He just keeps moving his feet, and he has such quick reaction.
And so it's Brooklyn, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Once again, Kevin Durant, so consistent in his approach. Very seldom does he have an off night. And then once in a while, you have a night like this where he's unstoppable.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics trail by 12.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
So for Brooklyn now, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Chandler in at the 3. Now here's Smart, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. The pass to Tice. And it's blocked by Chandler.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
KD on the wing. Back to LeVert. No good from outside. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process. Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Walker with it. 14 points for him. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Goes up to the stripe, and he hits the jump shot. Walker's got 16 points.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Brooklyn leading by 12. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Irving passes to Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking, because he can heat up in a hurry?
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his third foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Goes up off the inbound. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. One of the bigger names on the free agent market this past year, Kemba Walker.
And it didn't take long for him to land with Boston to replace Kyrie. Hornets made an attempt but offered well below Kemba's value. I think Kemba's going to be a great fit in Boston.
That free throw missing. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Wasted no time on that one. 18 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. KD against Walker. The kick out to Tatum. Outside, Walker. And Jordan sends it back. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. Up top, Durant. Inside. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by KD. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. It's a 16-point game. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Prince. Jordan kicks to Irving. Again, the Nets for two.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Walker. He's got 17. They need this. Goes back up. Cantor. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Irving finds Jordan. Back to LeVert. 5 on the clock. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. LeVert's got 9.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Celtics trail by 19. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
For Boston, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. LeVert against Smart. Outside Tatum. Passes it to Tice. Outside Smart. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Taking a look here at the numbers for LeVert. How last month turned out for him, he's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's. Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Yo, watch Walker.
Irving against Walker. Looking to end the run. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
A difficult situation for Boston. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Cantor dishes to Tatum. Over Prince. Tatum's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Irving passes to KD. It's stolen by Tice. Walker against Irving. And Walker kicks to Smart. The dish to Tatum. Over Prince. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
First free throw is good. Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Well, how about Jason Tatum's rookie season? In the heat and the crucible of the playoffs, this guy rose to the level of the pressure. Incredible.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. The three. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Boston shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Celtics with possession here. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Now here's Williams. He has 5. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Brooklyn. Now Irving. He's got 22. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. That three off the mark. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Here's Tatum, guarded by Prince. Outside Tatum. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Lets it go from deep. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 6 points for Wilson Chandler.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And here is Tatum. Wilson Chandler getting his 3 to go over Irving. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Here's Poirier. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. To the middle, Tatum. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
This guy is skilled at getting the shot he wants inside. Jason Tatum with the size and touch to be efficient.
To the wing right side. Allen dishes to Chandler. Allen's shot is off.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Celtics. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Allen outside. Pass to Chandler. Over Williams. The shot off that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Outside Tatum. Pass to Williams. Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 21. Inside. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. 1:04 left to play in the third. Brown with the bounce pass. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
The Celtics have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Now, here is Irving. 22 points for him. Down low. Chandler kicks to Dinwiddie. The fader. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Smart. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Now the pass to Williams. Over Harris. Boston again missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Outside Irving from deep. And no good that time. And so it's Brooklyn riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. Brown out there with Smart. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jared Allen showing you he's got the mid-range game in his arsenal. Pretty jumper.
Smart against Irving. Smart deciding where to go with it. And here's Brown outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. On the wing, Irving. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Hayward. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Tatum. Langford's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker's subbed in for Marcus Smart. And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well
as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
And Wanamaker has it in the corner. The three-pointer off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Langford. Tight defense on him. Here's Ojale. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Nets have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Wanamaker. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night. Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
And the shot goes in.
Not lacking any confidence down there. Just give Langford the ball and let him do his thing.
The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Pass to Allen. Back to Shumpert. Pass to Musa. Allen surveying the D. Launches it. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Langford with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And Langford with the stuff.
Great in transition. Langford makes himself available, and boy, he knows how to finish.
Now here's Irving. Not a lot of room. Musa passes to Karuch. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Good work there as it goes. Shumpert's got his first points of the night.
And you could see that contact coming as soon as Shumpert committed to going right to the rim.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Langford. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Allen. And it's Shumpert penetrating and slam dunk by Shumpert.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Now here's Langford. Guarded by Shumpert. Langford kicks to Ojale. The three-pointer, no good. And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-4 run. Irving passes to Shumpert. Allen left side. Back to Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. From 13. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Langford with it. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels, and now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Irving. Here's Temple. Out to the wing. Here's Karuch. And the Nets miss again. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Musa. Here's Karuch. It's tipped. Here's Ojale. Here's Wanamaker. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Allen outside. Pass to Musa. Here's the three. Temple can't get it to go. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Nobody near Williams. Nets the corner three. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. The Nets shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple. The pass to Musa. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Wanamaker. Count it from 12. Wanamaker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
And here is Shumpert. Passes it to Musa. Pulls up. And too long on the shot. Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Picked off in midair. Allen left side. Pass to Karuch. Over Williams. And it's Karuch missing.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now, here's Langford. And the basket is good. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Here's Musa. Pass to Karuch. On the wing, Shumpert. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Shot clock at 2. And the Nets miss again. The Celtics shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
And he makes the first. And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And Kevin, last season there were a couple of glaring deficiencies for the Celtics. I thought they had a problem with shot selection. Too often I thought they settled for pull-up jumpers. They did not exploit their length to get into the paint, nor did they exploit their ability to get to the free throw line. And ultimately that really cost them.
Now here's Shumpert. Clock at 6. The pass to Temple. And Boston with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And with the Celtics last season, Doris, one of the league's lowest rate of free throws attempted and bottom 7 in offensive rebounding.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They had a couple of players coming off of surgeries, knee troubles. Sometimes that can make you hesitant to mix it up on the interior. But, boy, if you want to win, you've got to get to the free throw line and you've got to get to the offensive glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And so it's Boston with it after Taurean Prince's miss. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Now here's Langford. From deep. The rebound by Prince.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Free throw good. Iman Shumpert.
And Shumpert needs to keep working on his stroke from the free throw line, one of the weak aspects of his game.
And he can't hit the second. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Ojale. They get the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And this is where Langford can really improve as a jump shooter. Off the catch, looking really good on that one.
Here's Temple. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.